hit record. Okay, and then I think I'm going to mute and let's see, how do I do that? Mute everybody and then we'll get started. All right. Okay, so actually, if you guys have anything you want to share, absolutely just feel free to do that. And just unmute yourself if you know have something you want to share or just have something you want to ask. But so the goal is, of course, the HIT Success Club, and we've got a good solid, you know, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a good solid week, really, 7 days to do this, counting tomorrow. So if you haven't hit Success Club yet, you know, we can absolutely go for it. Have you all already hit Success Club? No. You can so do it. You know, we just definitely want to make that our goal this week. And when I have been down to the wire at the last week, you know, of a month, things that have helped me is just to go back through all of my invites that I have done over the months, just to like go through like months back and make sure that I have been, you know, if there's anybody that I missed, you know, just go back through and look at all of those contacts and say, okay, this person and I had started a conversation. Did I neglect to follow up with them? You know, maybe now is a better time for them, and just go back and letting them know, listen, I've got a challenge group starting, you know, such and such date. I wanted to make sure that you knew about it. And hey, you know, are you interested in doing this with me? Another great thing is to say, listen, this all access challenge pack is going to not be $160 on the 30th. And so once that hits, you know, it's a great time right now to get that deal, and just really let people know that if there were people that have expressed, well, I just can't afford it right now, you know, maybe later, just go back to them and say, listen, I know that your cost you were thinking was a potential issue. I just want to let you know that this deal is going away, so it will cost more next month. So if you want to do it, now's the time. Just something to that effect, to just really help people understand the urgency and connect with those folks that you haven't connected with in a while. So do you know what you're inviting to? Do you have something already set up? Every month, you know, it's just a good habit to know, like at the end of the month, and this is what I use. This is my little planner thingy that I'm using. And for September, I have, you know, all my stuff written down. And I like to use, you know, paper and pencil. That helps me, pen and paper, whatever. That just helps me be able to see things better. But I know that, like, this week I am advertising for Clean Week, and I'm inviting to that because I've hit Success Club, and so now I want to focus on Clean Week. But I'm also letting people know that have wanted to be a part of my month-long challenge group that I'm starting a challenge group on October 16th. So I am already inviting to that even now. But usually 2 weeks out, you know, is a good time to start inviting to the challenge group, and to do that Sunday night ad to just share more about that. You know, that's when folks are scrolling and having made bad decisions for the weekend, looking for, you know, potentially something encouraging, and potentially looking for you to tell them that you've got a challenge group going. So on Sunday night, you know, if this Sunday night, if you've got a challenge group that you are planning for, just go ahead and do your ad for that. But certainly create a game plan for yourself for the month. So I'm inviting to Clean Week, and I'm going to offer that the week of the 9th. You all know about this with Megan Davies, the new trainer. she's got this clean week thing going, and that's a great way to get volume, and to get people interested that might have been telling you no for a while. Once you hit Success Club, I would say figure out when in your calendar for October that you want to offer the week of clean eating, because it's a great way to get people interested who have been, or to get people in who have been kind of interested, maybe not, and they're not sure if they want to do a full month. Just tell them, hey, here's an opportunity. It's a way to get your feet wet with the challenge group experience, see what you think about it, and try out Shakeology. And I'm going to be offering it the week of yada yada. I'm doing it the week of the 9th because you can purchase it on the 3rd. And so once they purchase it, they'll have access immediately to the workout program, and they'll get their meal plan guide and their Shakeology before the 9th, or at least by the 9th. And even if they get it on the 10th, it's okay. But that's how I'm doing it. So I'm starting that on the 9th, and then I'm starting my challenge group then on the 16th, and hopefully going to roll some of those folks over from the clean eating group into my challenge group. And it's also a good practice, and y'all are getting to the point where, it's also time to start thinking about recruiting coaches. And so you'll want to think about your marketing for that as well. And if you don't want to do your own sneak peek yet, if that feels scary to you, you can always be a part of your own coach's sneak peek or greater team sneak peek, however that feels best to you. But I know I waited for a good handful of months before I ran my own sneak peek because it scared me to death. And I thought, well, I don't even know what I'm going to do with people. But it's a nice thing to just put that on your calendar, make that a goal. And you don't have to have it all figured out right now. But that can be a part of your marketing strategy that you go ahead and you put on your calendar. And you can talk with your coach about, hey, let's do this together. Will you take the lead and I'll help? Or, I'll just be on the call and I'll invite people. But that is something that you can just be thinking about. You don't have to let that scare you right now, but definitely something you could write down and make a goal. If you need to, sometimes Rachel will offer 2 challenge groups in a month, and sometimes, I have done that. I have done that to try to hit Success Club. If you haven't hit Success Club and you need to do that, if you need to start a challenge group this coming week, I don't know if that's something that you've already been, if you're already in the middle of a challenge group, but if you need to start a challenge group on October 1st, and you need to just go ahead and hit that, hit it hard this week, and tell people you are inviting to that particularly so that you can get your Success Club points this week and just go after it. You could potentially do that if you're already if you're already leading a challenge group and you're kind of afraid. You might be kind of toward the middle or toward the end, and it might not be that big of a deal. Or ask your coach to do that, and you all can do it together. So it takes a little bit of the pressure off for you having to be responsible for the entire thing. So yes, my sneak peeks usually, if I'm going to do one, and I've been seeking to do that more consistently, will be toward the end of the month. And so for next month, I have my sneak peek set for the 25th of October. And so we've got it all lined out. So the 9th is when I start my week of clean eating group. The 16th is my challenge group. And then on the 25th, I'll do a sneak peek. And it's just nice to have that, which, gives me something to constantly be inviting to, right? So that I'm not having to sit and wait to invite for a month out for a challenge group. So maybe you want to offer a free group. Have you all tried offering or doing a free group? Has that been anything you guys have done yet? Have you done a free group? Yeah?
A free group like the free trial group?
Say again?
A free group like the free trial group?
You can do
or
that.
Just a group.
Say again?
I'm doing the first group with Lauren this week. So.
Okay. Awesome. Yes, honestly, that's a great way to get people connected too. and to potentially move those folks toward a challenge group experience. That 14-day trial with the all access is really pretty cool. You know, you can get people in, do a week-long free group that way, and plan for that. You know, if for your October month, just decide, can I put in a free group this month? Do I have space in my head to do that? You know, can I just go ahead and try to do that? Because it's a great way to get folks that you're friending that are new to you involved. And it's, people love having that experience of, oh my gosh, I'm going to get this access for free for a few weeks. So yeah, I think that's a great way to do it. I've done a meatless meals free group for a week. A water challenge group is a good one. So that's a good thing to do. And you know, certainly the people who are liking our posts, that's a great way to just connect with people. Those folks are liking and continually to support you, and they're not in your groups, you know, just thank them and hey, let them know I'm doing this. I have a free group starting, or I have a challenge group starting on the 1st, whatever it is that you've got going on, you know, let them know and just say, I wonder if you'd be interested in it. Because if they're liking your stuff, chances are they're feeling inspired by you and encouraged by you, and they're not going to be troubled by you asking them to, you know, to be a part of something. So we want to, you know, always evaluate ourselves. How did our month go? Like, how do we really feel about how we did for the month? Are we doing our vital behaviors? You know, have we done that consistently? Really evaluate that for ourselves. How can I improve? You know, am I spending at least 10 minutes a day doing my personal development? Is there a particular area where we struggle? Is the inviting just so, is it painful? You know, what is it that is difficult for us? And then find a great personal development book to help with that. That's a great way when we're self-evaluating, looking at our page, looking at what we've done, where are the areas I need support and help in, and then finding a really good book to encourage us to do well, to do better, to improve, and to set our goals. So setting goals, you know, is not anything that I ever liked to do before. I don't know why. I just never set goals. I think it was because I was afraid I was going to be disappointed, and I just didn't want to get disappointed, so I didn't write down my goals. But and it's scary to write down goals because I think I have a fear that I'll be disappointed. But if I know that when I set goals for myself, I actually really do achieve my goals. You know, when and not all the time. Obviously, we fall short. We don't meet our goals. But if we don't write them down, we're less likely to achieve our goals because we're kind of aimlessly going about our business and not you know, really focused. So setting goals helps us to really be able to focus. So the good thing is that, you know, any of the mistakes that we make and the things that we don't do well and the goals that we don't reach, it's all right. You know, it's all about learning what works best, and then we can share those trials with our coaches so that we give them more of an opportunity to grow as well. And you know, I'm wondering how you all are doing with handling objections. I mean, that is definitely a learning curve. Like, and it's a fun challenge if you start to think of it as a way to, like, you know, to really grow as a person. You know, it can be a lot of fun. I mean, I'm curious to know, like, what kind of objections do you guys hear, and how have you all been handling that in your own way? Anybody want to share?
I guess I really haven't had any objections yet because I've really just started kind of talking to people. So not that everyone I've talked to has signed up yet either, but I'm just saying I haven't run into well, actually, I do have a friend who says she doesn't like the shakes. Like, she was really upset because she didn't like the Shakeology. And I'm like, you don't like it? But she still is going to do the workouts and stuff, but she's not liking the Shakeology. So I wasn't really sure how to respond to that other than,
Right.
oh, that sucks.
Right, exactly. I know. So I usually start to ask the questions like, well, what flavor, like, what flavor she has.
Yeah.
And then, well, how are you making it, and it took me, I'm telling you, one time I went I was on a mission trip, and I was at the beginning of my journey, right? And I had no idea, like, I took a whisk. And I had my cooler, and I had my milk, and I had a water bottle. It's like a big water bottle or whatever, but I whisked it. It was the most disgusting thing. I was like, this is gross. How does this even work? I don't know what I did wrong, Whisking it does not work. And it was so bad. But it's all about, like, how are you making it? What's the consistency? Some people, like you said, they don't like the stevia. They don't like this or that. And it could just be a flavor thing, or they can mix more things into it. But also, I really like what one of the people on one of the calls said a couple of weeks ago about how, okay, if somebody doesn't like that, well then, hey, what about this? That we have this other thing, and it's really great. Like the performance line, you do the performance line, don't you, Winter? Do you like Recover?
I do. I like the Recover a lot, and I actually just got the Shakeology the other day for the first time, and just started trying to use that instead. But I love the Recover.
Yeah.
And I add stuff to it, but I love the Recover.
Yeah.
And it's like this huge. It's like I have a whole liter full of, shake to drink kind of thing. It's great. I love the Recover.
See, and that's a great thing you could tell is like, listen, I do Recover, and I really love it. And here's why I love it, and what the benefit is that I found. It's like great for my, muscle recovery, whatever, and share that with her. So that could be a way to redirect towards something else. But yeah, it's good practice to handle the objections, and we've got documents that are particular for handling objections. I can make sure that have y'all seen those? Have y'all looked at those? So we'll make sure that you guys, I can put that like in the link under the recording tonight, a link to handling objections, because there's a lot of good ways to go about that. So now, I mean, are y'all at the place where you're ready to run your own challenge groups? So have you already run your own challenge groups? Which you're leading one with Lauren, yeah? So
I'm going to be with Lauren on it, but because I've been doing this for a while on my own, the meal prepping thing is a little different for me because I already know it works and stuff, and like for me personally. So I know she's going to add a lot to the group of stuff that I'm just not even doing yet kind of thing, because I have other stuff I've been doing kind of thing. So, but yes, we have a group that just started yesterday. I guess we're in prep week, I guess. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's great to just get a good feel for how your coach does it, and then when you feel solid, to just go for it, and just to do your own groups. And I know that it's like it really does. It helps people build more and more trust in you. When you are able to run your own group and follow you as their leader. And so when y'all are just ready to go for it, I say just do it. It can feel a little bit scary, but it's also, you make it your own, and that's what's fun. I remember when I first did it, I just had this vision, like I had this 3-week or 4-week topic that just came to me. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this week, and this week, and then just keep my theme based on that. Each week I'll do posts that are particular to that. And Rachel's groups were so great for me, and I just learned a lot. So I just took from that and then made my own, and had a lot of fun creating that curriculum for myself, but knowing that Rachel had everything for me. So it didn't feel, too overwhelming, because I know I could take from her, but I wanted to do my own thing, and that was a lot of fun. So certainly, obviously, we have all of the scripts and everything. When y'all are ready to do your own group, you just take whatever you want from us and do it, or make it your own. Okay. So have y'all started to think about recruiting coaches? I wonder, you have somebody that's under you that is a discount coach already, yeah?
Yes, and she's the one who
cheated.
doesn't like the Shakeology.
Okay.
So she texted me. She's like, I'm really disappointed. I really don't like it. And I guess she got the variety pack and tried 3 different flavors. And I was like, so I've got to talk to her more about it and see what it was she didn't like or how'd she make it or whatever kind of thing. But yes, I do have a coach under me. And yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a good friend of mine. So I was kind of like, we'll come back to that and figure it out. But you're still going to work out, right? So we're trying to get that going.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. What about you, Celeste? What were you going to say?
Yeah, I signed my husband up.
That's great. That's such
But as you were talking, I just sent out a link for Shakeology Home Direct to a friend of mine too.
great.
So multitasking.
Excellent. That's very
And
good.
I did my coach announcement last night, and I've already gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people who said that they would like or interested, and so now it's time to do follow-ups.
Absolutely. That's a very
Nice.
exciting time. Very exciting time. Are you following that that Beachbody 5-step process for the inviting?
No, my brain's like on overload right now.
Yeah, I hear you. I completely remember that.
So, I mean, and last night's call was fantastic, and when she was going through everything that she does and her Instagram and inviting and everything. But I've made 3 new friends today.
Okay, great.
So that's good. And sent that one link they already had her email. So all she had to do is just do the checkout part of it.
Yeah.
And I was telling her about then we could do the coach and all that piece of it for the discount. But then like I said, that was the 6th one. So I've got 4 more people who said they were interested. I've got 2 conversations to meet in person for next week. And then the 3rd is my neighbor 2 doors down. So I'm hoping to meet her in person and talk to her. So 3 in-persons in process as well.
That is so exciting. Just so exciting. And just like, just live off that momentum, because there's so much energy in all of that you've got. And I feel like that's just such a prime time for you to just like live on it, and just keep going.
Yes.
I love that momentum. I remember that when I first started, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. This is so great. People are responding and interested, and you just keep that energy alive and let it take you. Yeah.
And I'm hoping to hit Success Club piece of it. I'm hoping to get my mother signed up tomorrow.
Perfect.
So
great. So great. Very, very good. So yeah, so when it comes time for like where you guys are right now, it's perfect to sign folks up with the discount and help them, with the being preferred customer. And it's a great way to just build yourself, and get those legs solid with your, building up your discount coaches and getting Shakeology followers, recovery solid people who are who want to stick with it, and then folks will fall off, but that's okay. You just keep inviting folks. But I love that process of just deciding to, hey, why not sign up for the discount? It's not going to cost you any extra. Give it a try and see what you think, and just build yourself that way. And then you've got these discount coaches, and then when you're ready to really start recruiting working coaches, when you feel solid enough to do that, you just start sharing more about it, and you can even, I know it's a lot to take in when you're first starting. So when you feel ready, you just want to go for it. And even a little bit when you're not feeling ready. But like after a few months of doing this, I think that you get more into a rhythm of saying, okay, I think that I can be ready to invite people to this coaching opportunity, and just trust and know that obviously, our team is amazing. Rachel is a fantastic leader. We've got all these great groups. So, for your own self and what you've been doing with Coach Basics, that we've got this great, system in place to just plug people right in. And so the pressure of, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do with people, once they've signed up, can just kind of be relieved by knowing that, look, we've got great leaders. We've got great groups. We know that we can get people plugged in well. And so you just trust that process. But also just be noticing as you're doing your challenge groups, who of your people in your challenge groups with you, you know, if you're leading one with your coach, who of your people that you've signed up are like really engaged, you know, who is loving it, who is just so encouraging and supportive of other people, and notice them, okay? And encourage them, like be like, oh my gosh, you're doing such a great job. Just really notice that. And then when the timing's right, say, listen, you are just such a light in our group. I am encouraged by you. I am inspired by you. And I feel like you would make a really great coach. Have you thought about coaching? Does this interest you at all? And just throw that out there, you know? And that's just a great way to just get folks on board. Just everybody likes to have that affirmation to hear, you know, how great they're doing. And that's part of what we need to be doing anyways as coaches. Obviously, that's one of the vital behaviors, is to recognize, and I feel really solid about that in our challenge groups, is that that's a great place to acknowledge people and to lift people up and celebrate what they're doing. So shout out your challengers and look for people in your challenge group that are people that you think, hey, they might be a really good coach. So also, yeah, Winter.
I wasn't sure how to raise my hand or what. Is there something about where someone can sign up and then within 30 days they can decide to become a coach and there is no charge? Or I've heard some kind of mention of that, like if they don't do it from the get-go, it made it seem like within the 30 days you could just say, ooh, let's go check this box and not have to do the $40 or whatever or something. I think, is that something that's doable? Or
so okay, so here's how you can do it. So you can have people that are already your customers, and you can say, like, they've become they've been in your challenge group, you got them signed up the challenge pack, and then they decide, yes, I want to be a preferred customer discount coach. What you do is, yeah, you can tell them, because you're already a customer of mine, you can do it and it won't cost you the $40. I'll send you the link to be reimbursed the $40 since you're already a customer of mine. And so, yes, and I have a script for that that I can share with you of how you do that. Yeah, because there's just like, they fill out this little form and you give them all. I'm sorry, this is telling me it's going to end in 10 minutes. You tell them step by step, very simple. I just cut and paste and send it to them. And then you say, once you've done this, tell me, and then I'll tell you exactly how to get your $40 back. So you tell them, this is how you sign up, and then do that, tell me that you've done it, and then I'll give you the steps, and this is how you get your $40 back.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. So we've got 10 minutes left, so let me make sure I'm going over things. So obviously, building your team is where the income potential is. And so that is a goal to be thinking about. You know, just be noticing who's in your challenge group that are great. Be thinking about people that you haven't even, that aren't in your challenge group, that you think she's somebody that looks like she would be, that she's interested in healthy living. I'm going to just reach out to her and ask her if she would be interested. Be thinking about that and set a goal for yourself about, you know, what do you want to do? How do you want to rank advanced? Do you want to rank advanced? What do you have in mind for yourself? Definitely set goals for yourself. And everybody's at a different pace, you know. I'm definitely at a different pace than everyone else, you know, and you just have to figure that out for yourself and decide what is best for you and how you want to go about doing it. Because ultimately, if you're going to burn out because you feel like you have to meet other people's pace, you're not going to, it's just not going to be fun for you. So you've got to do it in a way that feels life-giving for you, but also pushes you to you know, risk what is uncomfortable to make you grow as an individual, and not hold back, but also recognize this is who I am, this is my pace, and this is how I want to do it. But setting goals is very important. We can be detoured by our fear and our lack of confidence in ourselves, and we don't want to be led by that to be our pace. But we certainly, you know, just want to be honest with ourselves about what it is that we want and what it is that we need. But definitely, you know, learn more about the leadership ladder, because it's one thing to hit a rank. Like, I could become diamond tomorrow. However, if I'm not earning a certain amount each month, and if I don't have a certain amount of coaches that also have Success Club points, like, you know, to be a certain rank, to be emerald is to be diamond is one thing, but then to also be a builder, a business builder. I've had this pulled up. Here it is. So yeah, to be a team leader, I need personally sponsored coaches, 4, with all of them having at least 1 Success Club, you know, point or more. So that's diamond is having 4 coaches on each side and having 2 personally sponsored coaches that have, you know, coaches under them. But you've got to also have volume and, you know, earn your own monthly amount. So those are the benchmarks that are about the leadership ladder. And this is all just about helping you figure out how to build your business well and solid. So those are good things to look at. You don't want to get too overwhelmed with all of that at the very beginning, but it's good to just look at, to be able to know, okay, this is what it takes to get here. So let me set some goals for myself. If I want to be at that level, then this is what I need to do. What are y'all reading right now?
Work email.
Work email?
Income tax form instructions.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you've got me beat. Okay.
Through 10:15, 11:15.
Yeah. One of the best books that I have discovered, like I'm re-listening to rereading it, is that 5-second rule book. Have y'all read it? Have y'all listened to it? Okay.
Is that if you can't make a decision?
Say again.
Oh, go ahead.
The Compound Effect. Are y'all in the middle of reading that? Do you know about the Compound Effect? That book.
I've heard of it, yes.
Oh my gosh, you guys got to read that book. That book is the best book. It's the best book to start with as a coach. It's the first book I started with as a coach, and oh my gosh, it was so inspiring and so invigorating. It just gave me the gumption to just go for it. You know, like when I would feel afraid, sometimes I would just read that book, and it will give you such a boost. I loved it. It's great. And it's a great reminder that this takes time, and what we are doing, you know, will compound over time. We just have to be consistent and consistently show up. So that's an excellent book. And so make sure that you're reading something for your personal development, and think about your needs, you know, like what is it that you need for your own, you know, just beefing yourself up. There's a lot of great books out there. For time management, there's Eat That Frog. There's You're a Badass. You know, that was a fun book for self-confidence. There's another one. Oh, my friend from college, he wrote it. Oh, Punch Fear in the Face. I love that book. That was good. There's just a lot of great ones. And then the 5-second rule is great because it's all about just don't overthink it. Just do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do it. So that's really good. So the best thing to do, you know, obviously with this business is just to continue to show up, and don't compare yourself to everyone else. Run your own race, stay in your own lane. I love that phrase, but it's true. Do what you're doing and do you. Like, just, I mean, I don't like that phrase that much, but I do like it because it's just be authentic, you know, be ourselves, show up, and, you know, talk about why you love what you're doing and why it's worked for you. If you are needing to, get to Success Club, they haven't got there and you're needing some ideas, people love gifts incentives. If you've gotten anything from Beachbody that's free, you can always give away your free gift that you got. And, if you need to give away an Amazon gift card or something like that, that could be an incentive to get to Success Club if that's something you want to do. But definitely continue to invite and start those conversations and just hit it hard. Do y'all have any questions or anything else you want to add?
I can't think of anything.
Okay, good. I think that's it. So I'm excited that y'all are, just going for it and having a good time. And I'm looking forward to hearing how your week ends, and looking forward to hearing how your challenge group is going winter with Lauren coming weeks.
Yeah, I realized I still haven't made my coach announcement yet, so.
Yes, you got to do that.
I was like, oh, I haven't done that yet.
Yeah. And like Celeste, people go they're like, I remember I had so many people just like, oh my gosh, they loved it, and they were messaging me and they're like, oh, I want to do this with you. And there's a lot of energy that comes when you make that post. So when you construct that, get it out there. I'll be looking for it. Okay, y'all, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. Have fun reading, Celeste.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Bye. Thanks,
Bye.
Becca.
Bye.